How many times you struggled while calculating the number of working days in a specific period, especially if this period contains weekends and bank holidays or public holidays, but that was in the past. Because in today's video, I'll show you exactly how to calculate the networking days with simple function that can consider everything with the ability to choose your weekend days. Stay tuned. Before we start, and as usual, let me tell you that the file we will be using in this video is linked in the description below. You can download it and follow along with me step by step. Alright, let's get started by checking the data that will be used in our today's video. Here we have a part of calendar representing April 25 and May 25, and this part is only for the validation. On the other side, we can see that we have a specific start date and end date. All we need here is to calculate the networking days between any dates included in these two cells here, which starts with 1st of April till 30th of May. So let's start with our today's function, which is networking days. If we selected our cell here and start typing equal networking days and then pressing tab from our keyboard, it will show us the syntax of this function. This function basically is made of three parts. The first two are mandatory and the third part is optional. You can use it or leave it, it's up to you, or it's based on your requirements. So the start date here is the date your specific period is starting from. So in our example here, we are starting from the 1st of April or whatever date is included in this cell. So we'll select the cell B3, which containing the start date in our example here. And then if we press comma from our keyboard, then we will move to the end date. The end date here is in C3, we can select it. This is the end date. If we closed our bracket here and pressed enter, we will have a 44 working days. So let's go and validate why it's 44 working days. Because as we can see here, if we calculate it on a manual way, we can subtract these two dates from each other. So we will keep the formula like that, and pressing enter, we have here a 60 days. It's actually 61 days because we have here in April 30 days plus 31 days in May. So we have in a total 61 days. So if we try to use a manual way, it will be a wrong result. So we can delete that. Now we have 61 days, but the working days is 44. Let me tell you something here, that networking days, considering that your weekend is a static weekend, which is Saturday and Sunday. So if we go here and check that, we have 8 weekends days here in April between the Saturday and Sunday, and we have here another 9 days. So we have a 17 days as a total of weekends days. So a 17 days out of 61 days included in these two cells between 1st of April till the last day of May. So it will be like that. It will be 61 minus 17. It will give us a 44. But what if I have a bank holiday or a public holiday, whatever you call it, and we need to consider it in our example here? All we need here is to just remove the final bracket and pressing comma to move to the third part, which is the holiday. Here you can select exactly the range that contains the bank holidays dates or the public holidays, or any dates based on your country can be considered as an off work. So we can select here this 3 days, which is a bank holiday in UK, and then we can close our bracket again. After pressing enter, we can identify that the number was 44 and now it's 43. There is only 1 day missing while I'm selecting the 3 days. So what's going on? Let's have a look back to this part of our calendar and check each date of our holidays. The first date is the 3rd of April. So if we can check 3rd of April here, it's on Thursday, so it should be considered. And that's what exactly happened in our equation. If we go for the next one, it's the 6th of April. If we can check it here in our calendar, this specific date is falling on Sunday. So it will not be considered twice here because Sunday and Saturday already considered as a weekend. The same here for 4th of April. If we can check here, it's fall again on Sunday. So it shouldn't be considered twice. That's why we have only 1 day subtracted from the original number or the previous number, which it was a 44 days. But hold on, what if my weekend or the weekend in my country is not Saturday and Sunday? What should I do in this situation or in this case? I'll say it's easy to deal with. All we need is to use the grand sister of the network days, which is NETWORKDAYS.INTL, and then pressing tab to have a look on its syntax. The first thing needed here is a start date, so it's the same as previous. We can select the start date and pressing comma from our keyboard to move to the second one, which is the end date, where we can select here the end date and then pressing comma. As you can see, it showed a list full of the weekdays, so you can select the weekend, whether it was Saturday and Sunday, Sunday and Monday, any 2 days, or even if it's 1 day per week. So you can select any days or any 2 days of this list. Let's assume that my weekend is Friday and Saturday, so I'll select it or press the number at the beginning of the weekend days. It's number 7. I can select 7, or I can press tab from my keyboard and then pressing comma. Here we come again to the holidays. Now we can select the holidays, or if your working nature doesn't consider any of public holiday or bank holidays, you don't have to select it. If so, you can select the bank holidays or the public holidays list you need, whether it was 1 day, 2 days, or whatever dates you have. Then you can close your bracket and press enter. Now we have here a 40 days. Let's go for the validation. We have overall 61 days, and then let's go for the calendar we have here and just count how many Friday and Saturday in April and May. For Friday, it's 4 Fridays here, and for Saturday, it's 8. So let's type here -8. And then we will go for May. We have here a 5, and also we have here a 5. It's 10 days. We will keep it -10. And then finally, we are going to check the bank holidays we listed here. The first day is the 3rd of April. So 3rd of April here is a Thursday, so it should be counted. The other one is the 6th of April, it's Sunday. But as long as we are going to consider our weekend as Friday and Saturday, so Sunday should be a working day or a normal working day. So we'll consider that. Now we have 2 bank holidays should be considered. The last date here is the 4th of May. If we check that, it's also in Sunday. So now we have the 3 bank holidays should be considered. We will type here -3. And then if we sum them all and press enter, now we have 40 working days. It's the same number calculated here in this cell. Now it's easy for you to choose any specific period you need to calculate the networking days in. For example, if we tried here to check 19th of May and press enter, it's dynamic and it can be dynamically changed based on any dates you are putting in this cell. That was a straightforward example about calculating the networking days in Excel in a dynamic way. Finally, remember that the files used in this video is linked below in the description. You can download it and try it by yourself. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumb up and don't forget to subscribe for more powerful Excel tutorials that save your time and boost your skills. And drop me a comment to tell me what you need to see in the next video. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.